The month of December, it always exhausts me. In business, I'm not only closing out a year and ensuring that goals are reached, but I'm also planning out the next year. I'm assigning goals, I'm assigning team member deadlines to go with those goals, and I'm providing direction and support. And on a personal level, I'm creating Christmas magic for my daughter. I underestimated what mothers do my entire life until 4 years ago. Baking, cooking for family and friends, setting my own personal goals for the next year. I enter the new year hopeful, but exhausted. And exhaustion, it's an enemy because if allowed to stay around for too long, it leads to too many issues for us, both mentally and physically. So, how do I combat the exhaustion? Reinvigorate myself to chase the new goals and to lead my teams to theirs without taking a vacation? I make sure that I go to bed early enough to get a minimum of 8 hours every single night. This is non-negotiable because getting enough sleep, it's crucial to reaching my goals. And then I conduct energy audits. I remove anything taking up my time and negatively impacting my energy that isn't providing something huge in return. Think about social media scrolling, the perpetual negative Nancy friend, that one customer that always complains and is always unhappy. And I make a list of all the amazing things that I accomplished the year before, even if it was just being a good mom. Some people don't consider this an achievement, but rather an expectation. It is both. So here's my 2024 list. And when I look back, I see what a badass year it was. What a baddie I was. And I hope that you make your list today so you see how impressive as fuck you are too. Here we go. So I spoke in Dubai at 2 events. I went on safari, rode a camel, and I made some new friends. Then I traveled back to Dubai. I took my daughter. I bought a place there. I closed some business deals. I spoke in Australia. I was the only speaker to receive a standing ovation. I saw some friends that I just made in January, solidifying those friendships, you know what I mean? And I made some new ones. Oh, and I held a koala. I spoke in Mexico. I received the Drop Mic Award. I made new friends. Do you guys see a pattern here? Life is good. I attended the LA Times Book Festival. I made new friends, signed some books. It was pretty cool. I gave my first TEDx talk, and I made some new friends while doing that. I spoke in Atlanta on Jeremy Anderson's and ET stage. I bought into JV Zoo, the company I've been running for a decade. I saw old Rockette friends. I made new friends. Ugh, my heart was so full, guys, so full. Then I visited with my high school girlfriends and I laughed until my sides ached. You know that saying, make new friends but keep the old? I celebrated another year on Earth with my friends in New York City and I felt so blessed. Started a pool and a spa build at home. Then I celebrated my daughter's 4th birthday. I can't even believe she's 4 already. Then I spoke in Cannes, France. Yep, I made some new friends. Then I spoke in Prague. New friend made who runs one of the best restaurants there. If you were traveling to Prague, ask me. I'm going to give you a great recommendation that you're going to love me for. Spoke in London. I held a JV Zoo London meetup. Filmed a podcast with an amazing crew and one of the friends that I made in Mexico earlier in the year. I met up with another friend that I also made in Mexico, and I visited with in Atlanta. I had dinner with friends I'd made earlier in Dubai. Oh, and I made some new friends. Then I started a kitchen and laundry room renovation. I spoke at the Ty Lopez event in Beverly Hills, and I made a ton of new business connections that produced immediate business endeavors, domestic and international. And what's that? Y'all, I made new friends. Then I did some crazy Halloween celebrating with my daughter. Then I traveled to New Jersey and Pennsylvania to speak. I spoke at a Smithsonian event. I celebrated Thanksgiving with my extended family, including my 102-year-old grandmother. Talk about grateful, talk about blessed. I spent a month creating Christmas magic, feeling like I was drowning in work. I was in physical pain, but working with the best to fix my spine. I started designing a new playroom for my daughter and an entryway remodel. Highlights, man, they're so good for reminding us of how much we can do in a year. They mostly leave out the hard, the muck, the in-between. Guys, this is a highlight. It's for motivation for both me and you, but it does not reflect all the hard times. The tears, the sleepless nights, or the unseen work that made it happen. But y'all, the friendships, it's my lifeline. It's the most beautiful thing about this life. The connections made with other humans. Make your list, yours, for 2024 today, so you can look back and see what a badass you were last year and know that even when it feels yucky, even when you're in the ick of it all, you're progressing and you're moving forward. All it takes is a tiny step each day. One tiny step towards your goals each and every day. And when you look back next year, you'll be blown away by what a badass you are. I'm constantly amazed at what I'm capable of, and nothing about me is special, unique, or spectacular. I just keep grinding and I keep pushing forward.